It's Toto for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news and it's late Monday night, August 22nd, 2016. Good evening, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins, and now the top news headlines at 11 o'clock and it's late Monday night. Top story of the 11th hour is a sports executive West, a major donor to the Clinton Foundation, and whose firm paid Bill Clinton millions of dollars and the consultant fees went ahead up and getting a visa for a British soccer player with a criminal past. Dramatic video has emerged of Iraqi police stripping an explosive belt from a child suspected in a suicide bombing attempt for ISIS. A 2-year-old Nebraska boy killed in an alligator Walt Disney World Hotel in June died due to a series of events that would have been difficult to predict, according to a report that the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission released. The rain fell for days, sometimes 3 inches more than a single hour, as streets became rivers and rivers air to entire neighborhoods in southeast Louisiana. As expected, the Zika outbreak in Florida is growing that how fast it's still difficult to say. State and federal health officials say mosquitoes are spreading Zika in 2 neighborhoods of Miami, including Miami Beach. Moscow, Russia for now. Russia is doing an Iranian airbase to launch airstrikes against targets in Syria, Russia's defense ministry and Iran's official state news agency reported on Monday. Protesters at rally at Rizal Park to oppose the burial of the late Philippine director Ferdinand Marcos at the Hero Cemetery on Sunday, August 14, 2016. Manila, Philippines had already planned for Ferdinand Marcos for honor burial sparks backlash in Philippines. Paris and Islamist extremists pleaded guilty Monday at an international criminal court to destroy shrines and damage a mosque in the ancient city of Timbuktu, Mali, in the court's first prosecution and its destruction of the cultural heritage of a war. Prime Minister Matteo Renzi of Italy with Chancellor Angela Merkel, Germany President Francois Hollande, France on Monday on Venezuela, town island west of Naples and the Tanzanian Seas, without pretending European leaders chart a rocky new course. Milwaukee, Wisconsin Attorney General acknowledged Monday that the former Milwaukee police officer is now working for the State Department of Justice on investigating a fatal shooting of a black man by a Milwaukee officer that triggered 2 nights of rioting. A Mississippi man arrested on the 5 people found dead in the rural Alabama home blamed the gruesome rampage and drug. Some reporters Monday that they weren't words to express their regret for what had happened. Federal transgender bill from excess guideline blocked by judges. Attorney General Ken Pence of Texas on said on Monday that it was pleased that the court ruled against the Obama administration's legal federal overreach. Just over a month after the studio podcast star NBC was granted a new trial, 2 witnesses have come forward, calling into question the veracity of the woman was a sole alibi. Pfizer, beating out numerous however bidders that had agreed to buy U.S. cancer drug company Medivation Incorporated for $14 million cash into its sponsor prostate cancer drug, sending to the company's growing oncology roster. Asian stocks swung between the gains and losses as energy producers got after crude oil futures slumped and investors waited in each chance to higher U.S. New York stocks closed slightly lower in credit trading on Monday after drifting most of the day between gains and losses. The energy company fell along with the price of oil, while biotechnology and drug companies rose after Pfizer that was buying. A powerful federal committee based China National Chemical Corporation's $43 billion planned takeover of Seed. Syngenta, 18 months after the shooting down much smaller Chinese details for electronics and light bulb manufacturers. If movies about race have taught you anything, if no one can hear you on the screen, you get lots of space, nobody's gonna find you. Total solar eclipse a year away are created as on August 21st. 2017, the moon will slip between the sun and earth, creating a shadow that will create the first full solar eclipse of the United States in 38 years. NASA, a fellow scientist, admitted Sunday that the world's first mission returned to a piece of asteroid to Bennu to Earth was originally spotted by a plastic solar cup. Thanks to the work continued with the researchers at the University of Texas Allison's Cockrell School of Engineering, NASCAR Wichita Department could have efficient low-cost way of electronic control of this did. 2 U.S. senators are raising concerns about a massive price increase of the drug use under emergency conditions for food allergy will actions to say if they're justified. But women older than 50 who have been confused by conflicting evidence on how to frequently get a mammogram, some new science has here to guide their decisions. 2 medical devices for evaluating symptoms that connected to head injury have received marketing permission according to the announcement today from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. From Donald Trump to his top surrogates for right-wing media and in his engine rooms of outright to the blog sphere, Hillary Clinton's opponents are revving up there after so doubt about the candidate's health. Washington, the Donald Trump campaign has gained a reputation it's less than traditional reports request witness engagement that includes the office of the Justice County, Colorado, where one of the operation's most private leaders. Lance of Michigan and Michigan Elections Board declared Monday for review of former Little House Prairie actress Melissa Gilbert's withdrawal from the Democratic nominee for a congressional seat, allowing her to replace other Republicans. Donald Trump is on the track to lose in November and refuses to accept the legitimacy of the election day result. That's a problem not just Hillary Clinton, for both parties, political parties in the country. And now take a look at New England. Oh, take a look at local news in Run the Sun Chronicle. Edinburgh are deals with a spin last renewal application after the deadline will be hit with a triple fee if a proposal before the city council to approve. The fee would jump from $100 to $300 for any deal who fails to get the application to the city hall is the first Friday in November required by the ordinance. The move comes after a third of the city's car sales failed to meet the deadline at last year and were required to qualify at the public hearings. North Edinburgh Assistant Superintendent Scott Holcomb in service, interim superintendent after superintendent the school comes with determined engineering while search committee will seek candidates have failed to the post permanently. The school committee decided its meeting on Monday. Police in Plainville have obtained arrest warrants from Renfrew District Court for Lexington man and a woman who suspected of shoplifting at a Target store near Route 1. North Edinburgh, a 50-year-old former North Edinburgh man used a red gun to fatally shoot himself Saturday night at the local Target range, according to the police. Edinburgh, a lawyer for East Side man accused of chasing a number man with a 13-inch rumble sound knife over the weekend claims this clown was attacked by a much younger man and he was defending himself and his family. Edinburgh, dozens of city workers will have to go back to offices to make a call or get information after the city council voted the last week to restore $22,000 budget for cell phones. And Norton Mansfield Plainville residents can train for emergency response volunteer team as natural man-made disasters almost never give advice warning. Alright, take a look at state news. Lowell, Massachusetts. A 7-year-old Massachusetts woman has died after being struck by a pickup truck in an empty school parking lot. The Middlesex District Attorney's Office identified the woman as Lowell resident Claudia Norman. Local police responded to the crash in the parking lot at the Milton Square about 11:30 a.m. on Monday. And General Electric was opening a business in Boston. Peter Children's time is now 11:06 p.m. on this late Monday night, and it's time now for a traffic and transit report on this late Monday night. Billy! Let's start off on the MBTA, where someone else was experiencing minor delays due to an accident on the commuter rail. Looking good, and on the ferries, they are looking good, except on the Charlestown Ferry. Notice, please use constitution period #1 for commuter ferry service until further notice. Alright, take a look at the highways and byways of New England. Up, let's say you're in New York with 95 minutes southbound side. It's backed up around the Bronx to the George Washington Bridge. Belt Parkway westbound side. It's backed up on the Brooklyn stretch. Midtown Tunnel and eastbound side. It's backed up after Midtown Manhattan and then towards Brooklyn. And get at 95 minutes southbound side. It's backed up to the Fairfield stretch. Merritt Parkway and the northbound side. It's backed to the Sanford stretch. 95 on the northbound side. It's backed to the Bridgeport stretch. 84 westbound side. Little on Waterbury just before Route 8. 91 on the both on the southbound side. Little slow around the Hartford stretch. 95 on the southbound side. Back to the Little Trip again around the Guilford stretch. Western Massachusetts. 91 on the northbound side. A little slow around the Massachusetts Turnpike up in Chicopee. New York State 3 eastbound side. Little around 890 out in Schenectady. Mass packing in eastbound side backed up after 146 Millbury headed towards Grafton. Highways and byways of eastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island are looking good except on 129 on the northbound side. Little so just ran 2-8 up and low. Up and accident. Falmouthsboro westbound side. Little so on 95 around Main Turnpike in Portland. 295 on the northbound and east southbound side. Backed up around the Falmouth stretch a little bit, but 95 on the northbound side. It's slow from the Main Turnpike at 295 all the way up into Waterville, headed towards Waterville from Augusta. And 87 on the northbound side, it is a little slower around Route 11 up in Plattsburgh, New York, and on Route 59 on the northbound side, it is backed up after the U.S. border in Southern Quebec, headed towards Montreal. Peter Children's time is now 11:08 on this late Monday night, and it's time now for our weather report and the latest on the tropics. Latest on Fiona, 25.5 to the north, 62.3 to the west. Maps sustained winds 35 miles a moment, west northwest at 50 miles an hour. And the latest public advisory. Fiona remains a distant tropical depression, and there are no coastwatching warnings in effect at 11 p.m. Atlantic time. The center of tropical depression Fiona was located near longitude 25.5 to the north, longitude 62.3 to the west. The depression is moving toward the west-northwest near 50 miles an hour. The gradual turn toward the northwest and with a decrease in forward speed is expected over the next 48 hours. Maps saying winds are near 35 miles an hour with higher gusts and is expected to be coming. Weather with the low within the next couple of days. Estimated minimum set pressure is 1,010 millibars at 283 inches. And it's troublesome Gaston with 40 million power wind. Moving westward northwest at 18 miles at several locations, 12.6 to the north, 30.7 to the west. And the latest on Gaston is total reservations straight to the 7th tropical storm of the season. There are no coastal water waters affected. 11 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time. The center of tropical storm Gaston was located near latitude 12.6 in the north, latitude 30.7 on the west, and Gaston is moving toward the west-northwest near 18 miles island. It is general water with a slight decrease in forward speed is expected to return in the next couple of days, and maximum same winds at near 40 miles an hour with higher gusts. Additional straight wind is expected as Gaston forecast become a hurricane Tuesday night to Wednesday. Tropical storm force winds at hour was up to 6 miles an hour from the center and numerous central pressure is 1,005 millibars at 20.68 inches. And take a look at this service won a 40% chance of the cyclone formation in 40 hours. A tropical wave located about 550 miles east of the Western Antilles continues to produce synchronized showers and thunderstorm activity. Condition monitoring conducted for some gradual development during the next few days. While the disturbance moves westward to the west-northwest at 15-20 miles an hour, evaporative conditions can become more connected for development late this weekend. The system is expected to move near Hispaniola and the southeastern and Central Bahamas Air Force Reserve hurricane under aircraft is scheduled to investigate the system on Tuesday. If the necessary interest in the Lesser Antilles and the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico should monitor the progress of the system. And formation charge for 4 hours. Medium 40% formation charge for 5 days. Medium about 60%. Alright, back home, it turned out to be a marvelous Monday weather department. Beautiful sun, low humidity, you name it. It was a picture perfect day. Now it's a picture perfect night. And it is going to be a fall preview, so turn off the AC and let the breeze blow through you from the windows. It's going to be a nice night for sleeping. So tonight's going to go like this. 50 degrees with lower with clear skies, low light northwest wind. For Tuesday, 80 degrees will be high with sunny skies. Northwest wind about 3 to 7 miles an hour. For Tuesday, clear skies about 55 degrees. South wind about 5 to 7 miles coming after midnight. For Wednesday, Sunday, the both coast covered 86 about 6 degrees southwest wind about 3 to 5 miles an hour. Shifting to south about 3 to 6 miles an hour for Thursday. Sunday, podcast covered 83 about 6 degrees. For Friday, chance of shot between 2 and 4 p.m. Podcast covered 88 about 66 degrees. Chance patient 30%. Saturday, Sunday podcast covered 84 about 61 degrees. For Sunday, mostly Sunday podcast covered 83 about 6 degrees. And for Monday, mostly covered 84 degrees. Currently, ready here, not near. It is a fair skies and it's 58 degrees, humidity 84%. That is going to be it for the Peter Channel. 11 o'clock news is late. Money out. Straight out to 2 60 amperes. So I hope you have a good night with a good positive day. See you tomorrow morning. Good night.